play with people's intelligence and intellect, you know, the way they do today. You know, people are telling lies for a living. You know what I mean?
You know what's the to me? Is who pick who he fight with.
Right.
Like if you sit and you go, oh, I'm not going because this.
I won't him, but I fuck him.
Yeah, I think I can take him.
Right.
They ain't never check into nobody.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Just go to their hotel and move militant. You know what I'm saying? When you move around the city, bro, you gotta be careful. And that's just, we dealing with G-Unit. Had a lot of drama.
Tony Yayo just pulled up on Jay Prince and exposed what might be the biggest extortion play in hip-hop history. Jay Prince tried to run that check-in game on 50 Cent, but instead of folding, he exposed the entire operation, daring Jay Prince to come for him. What started as quiet tension just exploded into a full-blown war between Houston's street power and G-Unit's militant code. Before it got street-level serious, this beef was simmering low-key for years. But to really get into this mess, we need to rewind to how all this smoke between 50 Cent and Jay Prince even started. Jay Prince, founder of Rap-A-Lot Records, is basically the blueprint of a street-certified shot caller. He runs Houston like a quiet storm. Never too loud, always in control. People don't just respect Jay Prince in the city. They fear him. Not because he throws it in your face, but because his name carries that kind of weight. For decades, if you were an artist trying to touch down in Houston and didn't check in, you might leave without your chain, or worse. That brings us to 50 Cent, the one rapper who was never about playing mob games. Since his early days beefing with Ja Rule, Irv Gotti, and everyone else in the Murder Inc. circle, 50 built a name off never backing down. His G-Unit brand was built off a militant mindset. No checking in, no kissing rings, and definitely no paying for protection. That set the tone early on. So when people started whispering about the possibility of 50 ever relocating to Houston, it was already setting the stage for a full-on turf war. Because if 50 Cent were to pull up to H-Town and not check in with Jay Prince, that's a straight-up power clash. And guess what? It happened. At first, their beef was more of a long-distance Cold War situation. 50 was in New York being his usual trolling mastermind, while Jay Prince was holding down H-Town like the unofficial mayor. They threw jabs here and there, but never crossed into each other's turf, until 50 just casually dropped a bombshell on Twitter. "I love New York, but I live in Houston now. I'll explain later." 50 didn't move for no clout. He had plans, big ones. The taxes in New York were killing his business, so Houston made financial sense. Less taxes, more space, and a growing hip-hop scene ripe for expansion. Branson Cognac needed a southern base, and Houston's liquor market was booming. He had a vision: tap into the culture, push his brand, and bring entertainment money back to the city. But the problem was, he didn't check in. Jay Prince took that move personally. Allegedly, he felt like 50 was trying to be king without kissing the ring. Word on the street, Jay Prince sent people to apply pressure. Some even said he tried to get 50 to pay for street-level protection.
You know what's to me? A is a nigga who pick who he fight with.
Right.
Like if you sit and you go, oh, I'm not going because this.
I won't him, but I
I think I can take him.
Right.
You want to fight the nigga you think you can beat.
But 50? Oh, he wasn't going for none of that. He told his people G-Unit moves with their own security, and they're not about to be extorted in the name of respect. Things escalated quick. Jay Prince allegedly tried to issue what's called a no-fly zone over Houston for 50, basically saying, "You're not welcome here." Now, let's be real. That works on smaller artists. But 50? He trolled Jay Prince on Instagram like it was a WWE promo. Memes, shady captions, subliminal shots. He clowned the whole situation and let everyone know he wasn't playing mob games. 50 straight up dared Jay Prince to make a move. Behind the scenes, things were getting messy. 50 had been working on building a $20 million G-Unit film and TV studio in Houston. This would have created jobs, internships, and buzz in the area. But suddenly, the whole project got moved to Shreveport, Louisiana.
Like, I got out there, they showed me a lot of love. But Shreveport had the infrastructure already here. Like, even the tax incentive was put back.
Yeah. And so a lot of people have been talking about, man, he's here only because they gave him a cheap deal or something like that. The reality is there's more to that deal than that. Way more.
They can't see.
Break that down.
I'm spending $20 million this year anyway, in the same building that they're saying was the cheap building.
Right.
So find somebody else to spend $20 million.
Officially, 50 said the infrastructure was better there. But if you're paying attention, you already know what really happened. The street politics in Houston were getting too hot, and 50 wasn't about to dance with snakes. Now, this is where things got poetic. Jay Prince may have tried to force 50 out, but Houston wasn't on the same page. In 2022, just a year after 50 first touchdown in Houston, the city wasn't just tolerating him, they were celebrating him. The mayor of Houston, Sylvester Turner, gave 50 Cent a literal key to the city and declared November 24th as 50 Cent Day. At the annual Thanksgiving Day Parade, 50 was honored like a hometown hero. Turner called him a philanthropist, an entrepreneur, and praised him for supporting high schoolers through his G-Unity program. The crowd lost their minds. 50 was standing on that float like he was born and raised in the H.
Came to the city of Houston, but he didn't just come here to live. He has been helping out on so many causes in this city. And especially, he has been in our high schools, turning our high school students into entrepreneurs with his G-Unity program. I've seen him firsthand. This city has been elevated because of his presence. And so today, we have the honor of saying to him, he's our 2022 Grand Marshal. Give it up to Curtis 50 Jackson. Now, before I call on him to speak, let me present you first a key to the city of Houston. Anywhere you go, 550 buildings, use the key, the door will swing wide open.
But that's not all. Through his G-Unity Foundation, 50 started giving back in serious ways. Turkey drives, toy giveaways, and school donations. He even partnered with the Houston Rockets, Texans, and Astros through his Sire Spirits brand. In 2023, he donated $850,000 worth of toys. In 2024, he helped raise $500,000 for the Houston Children's Charity. Like, the man came in and started running up numbers, real ones. And then in 2024, he helped raise $500,000 for the Houston Children's Charity by auctioning off 2 giant bottles of his Le Chemin du Roi champagne. And the event as a whole raised $6 million. Meanwhile, Jay Prince was allegedly watching all this go down like a dethroned king. The man who used to run the city from the shadows now had to see someone else celebrated in broad daylight. Enter Tony Yayo, G-Unit's most outspoken member. During a Vlad TV interview, Yayo finally broke down why they never played the check-in game.
It's like the Fed's not playing.
Yeah.
All around the board. New York City, we used to the federal indictments, but now you see them, they doing it in Atlanta, state indictments, they doing it in LA. But yo, bro, you gotta think about it. People travel to LA, they wanna be in LA to be comfortable. A lot of them houses getting ran in, robbed, can't go to this place to go to go eat without getting Rodeo. When you see people getting robbed on Rodeo,
Yeah.
oh, you know the Fed's coming.
According to him, G-Unit moved militant for a reason.
He never made me check in. He could have been like, yo, listen, you in LA now? I'm gonna need this much money from Vlad TV every month.
New York niggas don't know nothing about checking.
I know, I'm straight out of New York,
Shout
right?
out to my niggas from New York, because that's a whole nother lane. We've been coming to LA since 204, 205, and ain't never check in to nobody.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Just go to their hotel and move militant. You know what I'm saying? When you move around the city, bro, you gotta be careful. And that's just, we dealing with G-Unit. Had a lot of drama. So had to move militant. Ain't just going to the mall and just going here with jewelry on and this and that. And you gotta move militant, bro.
Yeah.
You got wherever you at, you gotta move militant, because niggas will kill you over the smallest thing.
He got some advice for people like 50.
You gotta move militant, bro. You don't need to just be out there. That's why assistants are there. Go to the store for you. Go pick up food for you. That's how I was taught. Go pick this up for you. And the artist just chill, because the artist is the bag and the valuable one. We free Dirk. We don't want to see rappers in jail and the feds jammed up. We don't want to see rappers dead because niggas made it already. Actually made it.
The whole check-in system? Just a slick way to line up rappers for extortion. You check in, pay up, or risk getting robbed.
Maybe we need to change the word for the youngsters. The checking in part, you know, is they seem to get hung up on that word checking in.
Yeah.
So if we could diversify that word and bring it up to a 2021 thing.
Right. What's the word, OG? What's the word?
Maybe we may want to tell them they need to get connected.
Jay Prince built his whole rep off this idea that he's protecting artists who come to Houston. He crowned himself the king of H-Town and set up this fake-friendly system called checking in.
You're stuck on stupid, right?
Yeah.
You're stuck on stupid and you're not using your powers or access to powers that you have. You're looking at it as a negative versus a positive. You know, we all know if you can tap into good people wherever you go.
Wherever, yeah.
But I mean, it's a blessing, Rip.
Real talk.
Sounds harmless until you realize it's just a glorified extortion scam. The rules? If you're an artist coming to Houston, you're expected to check in with Jay Prince. Pay your respects. And by respects, we mean run them pockets. Supposedly, it's to keep you safe and make sure if your chain goes missing, it comes back. But if you don't check in, that's when things get messy. Yayo brought up Pop Smoke's death as a warning. When artists don't secure themselves properly or rely on street alliances, they become targets. Yayo made it clear that street protection comes with strings attached. And if something goes down, nobody's really there to save you. He even warned that all these mob ties and gangster affiliations would bring the feds in. Like, this isn't the 90s. When you're talking mafia-level extortion and artists getting set up, you're talking RICO charges. Yayo said plain and simple, they weren't playing those games. G-Unit would rather stay dangerous and self-reliant than owe favors to street dudes with hidden agendas. This is where it gets ugly. NBA YoungBoy pulled up to Houston on some business, refused to check in, and next thing you know, his spot gets hit. Chains, gone, cash, snatched, car keys, vanished.
Don't turn me down. What you said? Don't turn me down. What you on, folks? Don't turn you down. Yeah, man. What you on, folks? What you mean what I'm on? What you on, man? What the deal there? What up? What up? You want to buy your shit back or what? You ain't get you flunked out ass little nigga. I'm trying to see where you at. You dumb mother. What you got? $20 out of car? Nah, nigga. You know what we got, nigga. Stop that cap.
Mad.
Crazy like a motherfucker. Nigga capping, bro. They gonna believe anything you want me to start my car? I just took a picture in the same car today with my little boy. You on these like y'all.
Suddenly, Jay Prince pops up on Instagram like some savior, claiming he got the stolen goods back. But instead of calling YoungBoy privately, he posted a video.
I got a call, you know what I mean, because the little homie YoungBoy place got broke into. People went in his place, disrespected different things, and you know, I got a call about it. And the little homies that went into this place want to make that right because they understand that, you know what I mean, YoungBoy family is okay with me. And as you can see, homie, to make a long story short, I got your keys to your Rolls Royce, I got your keys to your McLaren, you know, all that shit that they took, and the homie, Shakur, what you got, homie?
You got your Rolls Royce umbrellas, you got your keys, you got a bunch of other shit, so.
YB clapped back hard. He said if Prince was really trying to help, he wouldn't be doing it on Instagram like a 60-year-old clout chaser.
Hey, I don't want no friends, I don't want no new relationships. All that, hey, I don't respect none of that shit, man. If you got something for me, man, they got plenty around me you could call. Man, nigga, it's plenty ways you can get in touch with me. Man, don't get on no internet and do nothing publicly. Don't do nothing dealing with no publicity, none of that pussy and shit. And I'm good on them keys, gangster. When you buy shit cash, two keys come with the car anyway. Man, you man.
Cameron and Mace jumped in too, dragging Jay Prince for acting like he still runs the streets. They said real OGs uplift, not extort.
When you're dealing with older people, they're the last to know that things have changed. We not your little niggas. Like, the way you talking, I don't get what you mean. We're not your little niggas. Like, for real, all that big homie stuff, that's for little niggas. Little niggas have big homies. We're not little niggas, so we don't even respect big homies. I know Killer doesn't, and for me, I never respected niggas in the streets. That's why I always got the problems I got.
And if you're still playing mob boss in your 60s, you failed. Then you got the dice games, aka Jay Prince's second favorite hobby, next to intimidation. These high-stakes games are legendary in Houston, but not for the reasons you think. There have been whispers for years that they're rigged setups to trap rappers. And the most heartbreaking example? Takeoff. We all remember how Takeoff lost his life after one of these dice games turned into a shootout. But what really went down? According to rumors, it wasn't just random. Sources say Jay Prince was salty that Takeoff and Quavo didn't check in properly, so he allegedly told his crew to teach them a lesson. It was supposed to be minor, a little scare, but instead, it turned deadly. Takeoff's life was taken, and the aftermath? Jay Prince dodged accountability like a pro.
Nothing should have happened. What do you say to that?
What I would say to that is, you know, I have a track record, man, and the Prince family have a track record of 30 plus years of, you know what I mean, honoring and loving on our guests and being with our guests, and no shit like this never happened. But here's the thing, and this is what people don't understand. We ain't never had nobody to attack us. If you know what I mean. You know, when a man attack a situation with a weapon, then, you know, it become a playing field where, you know, any and everything goes.
Every time someone brings it up, he deflects, mumbles, and tries to downplay everything. He basically admitted he destroyed evidence.
When Mike and Junior was walking by, he actually went in the restroom to wash blood off his hand where he had reached up on the Takeoff. He had to pick him up, and his fingers went in it. You know why? Blood went off.
And guess what? Takeoff wasn't the only victim. Duke the jeweler, remember him? Won $100,000 in a dice game, probably thinking he had the best night of his life. But before he could even make it to his car, he was ambushed, robbed, and tragically killed. And just like that, another talented black man gone. Over what? Rigged games and a crooked code of honor. So when you stack this up next to 50 Cent building community centers and feeding families, it's not even a debate who's doing more for Houston. One is building legacy. The other, keeping the streets in a chokehold with old school fear tactics. And 50s, not just trolling for fun anymore. He's allegedly collecting evidence. Word is he's talking to people behind the scenes, gathering proof of the check-in system being a full-blown extortion racket. He's dropped hints about the feds getting involved. And if that happens, it's game over. 50 knows how to play chess. He doesn't bluff. He's dropping memes now, but behind the scenes. He might be building a legal case or saving receipts for the ultimate takedown. One post, one leak. One Fed tip away from ending Jay Prince's whole run. One man got the streets, the other got the city. But only one is winning the war. 50 Cent didn't just move to Houston, he took over. While Jay Prince was allegedly trying to run artists out, 50 pulled up, got celebrated by the mayor, and built programs that actually helped the people. And now, the whole check-in empire might be on its last leg. So who really runs Houston now? The street boss in the shadows or the man with the key to the city? Let us know what you think. Is 50 going too far, or is he the hero we didn't know we needed to expose the dark side of hip-hop politics? And don't go anywhere, because it gets messier in our next video.
And they are absolutely right. But as we remember from all the years past, BMF, once they got out and a lot of them actually beat their case, we saw how Jay Prince Jr. used their name just to get up and ranking. Jay Prince, he's been in a lot of deaths. He's been connected to a lot of bodies. But Jay Prince Jr., he got himself into a whole lot of stuff. You see what's been happening with Finesse 2 Times. You saw what happened with Jay Prince and Honeycomb Brazy. Now, a lot of people sit back and say that Jay Prince, he did this and he did that. But Jay Prince, he was involved in what happened with Takeoff. And Jay Prince and 50 Cent getting into it, ain't no telling how this gonna turn out. Jay Prince's son, that's his right-hand man. Don't forget, he got multiple sons. Don't forget about Jazz Prince, it's the quiet one. He ain't gonna say nothing. He just gonna react to whatever his daddy say. You saw how they went on podcasts to cover up what happened with Duke the Jeweler. But now that BMF is back on the scene, Jay Prince, he quiet right now because he really can't do all that tough talking and say what he was saying at first, because BMF is the real hitters. BMF, all them guys who was down with Big Meech and Lil Meech, they not playing no games. And you already know they rocking with the GDs regardless of what's going on. And I want everybody to let me know their honest opinion on how you feel about Lil Meech snitching on his bodyguard and his homie. Lil Meech was in the back of the police car. Jay Prince said that Lil Meech wasn't supposed to say nothing. He was supposed to let them find that stuff theyself. But Lil Meech, he knew that they found them guns in the car, and he knew that he put the guns on his bodyguard, which was his homie. You cannot snitch on your homies regardless of what's going on. And I'm going to be the first to say it. If you from the hood, you know for a fact you can't throw nothing on nobody's lap while they sleep. The bodyguard, he's still locked up right now for that. Now, Lil Meech is going down a spiral. Like at the end of the day, Lil Meech wasn't supposed to even get himself in this situation, man. You got to stay loyal to your people. You got to stay loyal to the people who protect you. Hit the like button and let me know y'all honest opinion down in the comment section.